Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers channel with your host, Roy Rogers. Anyway, today we have a Roy Rogers alert. First off, Linoone got moved to OU, as we all see. Little Linoone got moved to OU. There it is. And another alert just happened. Diglett is on the ban list. Now, I have a series of questions I'm going to ask Yetto and TJ while they're still here. And my first question is directed to TJ. So, is Linoone still useful in OU?
Depends. It's not that easy to set up in the first place, and even if you do set up in OU, there are Pokemon like Skarmory that can still tank a +6 Linoone. So, yeah.
All right. And what was Linoone's function in UU back when it was in UU? Yetto, what was Linoone's focus, or what was its strategy?
Raping your entire team. If Blastoise, Steelix and Fortress got damaged a little bit, and then just could set up and rape your entire team. With a Citrus Berry, max HP, max attack, elements, nature.
Alright, so question 3, for Yetto, as far as UU is concerned, what can counter Linoone if it's in UU? What counters it?
Well, basically there are only 3 viable Pokemons that can really counter it. One is Steelix, which would take roughly 50% damage from HP grind. Fortress would take roughly 50%, and Blastoise would take roughly 80% from a extreme speed.
Nice. So
this kid is.
Oh, sorry.
This kid is really putting in work against Giovanni.
Oh. Alright, so question 4. It's a good way to not be AFK while we're doing the interview. So question 4. So was Linoone used often in UU, and is it still being used in OU? And why is or isn't it being used currently, TJ?
Yetto will answer the part about UU.
Alright.
Go ahead, Yetto.
It was not used very often in UU because not many people got the Linoone with extreme speed, since it would take you 25k battle points to get, which not many people were able to get. So it wasn't used that often, but the people who had access to one raped the fuck out of UU.
And yeah, so far it hasn't been used widely in OU. I've seen it a couple times, not a lot.
Alright. So I noticed on our last interview, while our voice is kind of glitched out, and this is the redo, by the way, if anyone doesn't know. This is our redo interview. So we were talking about Quick Attack in our last interview. And Linoone learns Quick Attack, but it can also learn Extreme Speed with the battle points. What is the base power of Extreme Speed rather than Quick Attack? And
base power of Extreme Speed is 80 against 40 for Quick Attack. So you get +2 priority on Quick Attack, Extreme Speed, and +1 priority on Quick Attack, but Extreme Speed has 40 more base power. So therefore it's way much more viable.
Nice. So it's almost like Quick Attack on steroids, right?
You could say it like that. Yes.
All right. So question 6. What and I think I sort of touched on this already, but So I was gonna ask about the threats, but I think I already asked that. Question number 7: Is Ursaring a better choice than Linoone, or is Linoone a better choice than Ursaring since Linoone is an OU? TJ.
Linoone depends on the setup. If you can't set a belly drum up, it's not viable at all. And Ursaring also, now that it's not a good choice bound because it's not fast in the first place, and the bulk up set is not that easy to set up at the moment, so I wouldn't consider either of them good for OU. But if I had to pick one or the other, I'd pick Ursaring.
Nice. And question number 8, I'm gonna go ahead and touch on this. I noticed that there was only 2 Pokemon in PokeMMO's history that ever moved in all 3 tiers: Jumpluff and Linoone. What is the difference between Jumpluff and Linoone? Since the reason why I'm asking them together is because they move through all 3 tiers.
Okay. Jumpluff got moved to UU because of substitute implementation. Therefore, it was the fastest in NU, and that made it pretty OP. In UU, it got banned because it had substitute, and it was the fastest in a tier other than Sneasel and Electrode, which are not viable in the first place. So it got moved to OU because of its speed. And the lead sheet substitute, sleep powder, I think Giga Train was the set most often
It was
used.
very, very hard to work around.
Yep.
All right. So TJ, since you're kind of the OU expert, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask here, and Jay's in the studio, by the way. TJ, I want to ask you this. So since you're an OU expert, would you personally use Linoone if you had the opportunity to?
In OU, no, not at all.
All right. Oh, sorry. And now we're gonna ask about the Diglett ban. Yes, the Diglett ban that everyone's been wondering about.
Fantastic.
So
The best person you can talk to about the Diglett ban is Jay, because Jay likes winning with Diglett because he's very cheap.
Really now.
all right,
Come
so
on, best friend.
so Jay, since you're not here in studio because you're busy doing something.
I'm EV training right now, but I'm here in spirit with you guys. You can direct your questions at me.
I'm
it's
gonna
fine.
be in spirits in here.
Oh, all right.
Go on. Please go on. That's fine.
Um,
As long as you have TJ there, that's all that matters. He's a good one. Well, he's a good looking one out of us.
All right. Well, I mean, TJ has a helmet on, so I can't really see
Yeah.
what's under the helmet.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Jay, since you're here in spirit, I want to ask you about the Diglett ban, and why did the Tier List Council decide to target Diglett in particular? Is it because of that arena trap?
Well, best friends, I'm glad you asked that. Actually, they really targeted it mainly for the support characteristic that I had. Much like Dugtrio, I was able to trap and kill Blissey and Snorlax. Even if Snorlax had Curse, it was actually still able to trap it due to the fact that it could acquire the move Screech. You would trap, you would sub, you would sub, you would sub, and 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 you would sub. What are we talking about? Oh, the subbing
so-
never ends. That's
yeah.
why Diglett was so overpowered. It could just sub an infinite amount of times. It had an infinite amount of PP on substitute.
Nice. And
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, but also doesn't Diglett carry Salac Berry as well, which increases the speed, or does
You could put a Salac Berry. You could put whatever you want on it. You could click on it.
Solid player would be horrible on Diglett because
Hey! You're talking to the OU master, TJ. Stick 10, you.
Okay.
Yes, put salad berries on it. In case the first two don't kick in.
Okay. TJ, I think you had a counter for Jay's arguments. What would you
TJ
about
doesn't
to
have
say?
a counter. They don't have counters nearby. They have sand. Sand everywhere. Go on.
So TJ, what were you about to say? TJ?
I
He
forgot.
wasn't gonna say anything. He's agreeing with me.
Oh, all right. So with the Diglett ban, so once Hoenn comes out, they were talking about unbanning T-Tar and doing all these extravagant unbans. Do you think Diglett and Dugtrio are going to ever see the light of day when Swampert comes in?
You directing that question at me?
Actually, I'm going to be directing that question to TJ
Go fuck yourself.
since he knows OU, UU, and NU as well.
Oh, is that so? Go on. Tell them, TJ. Tell them why Tyranitar will be unbanned.
Please tell about you, please.
Go ahead. What was the question again?
So, do you think
Isn't even a
Diglett? Do you think Diglett's gonna ever see the light of day once Hoenn comes in? In other words, I heard that the T-Tar is gonna definitely see the light of day since Swampert is coming in, but do you think Diglett and Dugtrio are gonna ever see the light of day and be unbanned?
No.
All right, well that's a good prediction.
Did you just change the question from Tyranitar Dugtrio to Diglett Dugtrio?
Well, I meant if I did say Dugtrio, I meant to say Diglett.
You are referring to Tyranitar.
And Tyra, I heard that T-Tar is gonna be unbanned. I heard that.
It will be.
Oh, all right. So, one last question about Diglett being banned, and Dugtrio. Do you think that that also Diglett is going to with the I think there's going to be a thing called like an Ubers match. I think I played that before. And do you think Diglett's going to be used in the Ubers match, or since Dugtrio's there, Dugtrio can be used?
Yes.
All right.
Actually, what they both can be used for Dugtrio.
No, the answer is yes, TJ.
All right. Well. Okay. Well. I think we covered all the questions, and thank you YettoDie, and thank you TJ for doing this interview, because I do apologize for that computer glitch on that interview. NJ, thank you Jay for being our humble correspondent.
I'm not sure if any of those words were okay to use there, but you know,
This is not humble.
I'm humble. I'm humble as shit.
Not like the New Yorkers are humble.
Oh. Alright, well. Anyway. This is the Roy Rogers channel coming in. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel. Like or dislike the content that you see here. Yetto, TJ, Jay Feedskit, thank you for attending this interview.
You're welcome.
How you pronounce that?
You're welcome.
The pleasure was mine, best friend. Thank you for having us.
Oh, no problem. Anyway, this is the Roy Rogers channel, signing off.
Drug.
Roy Rogers, Roy Rogers.
Starting.
Thank you.